I should just take my joy, shouldn't I? Right. Happiness is a choice. Snug as a bug on a drug.
Thought I knew the difference between heaven and hell, between the dark and the light. Every day it gets a little harder to tell, and both of us can't be right when you're gone.
Oh, heavens no. Oh, God.
Shit. Now.
It is very dangerous to put your hand outside the windows of the train.
Arthur, where are you? Arthur! Where did you go? Arthur! Arthur!
I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
Okay, I think we're back. So it turns out I didn't actually have my microphone on at all. So now I've turned my microphone on, and let us remember. You can forget, you can choose to take your joy, the game ends. And
Percy!
there's the Dalek bin.
Percy!
So anyway, because I recorded all of this and I was talking about the game whilst my microphone wasn't on. So this is a game called We Happy Few.
Have you been
It
up
is set
to?
in Britain
No one's seen you for
at the
hours.
time of, I think it's about
Nose to the
1960s,
grindstone,
1970s, so
you
you
know.
kind of got
Then
this
why haven't I heard a
very
single whoosh through the door since 10
60s
o'clock?
aesthetic.
Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party? We've got a pinata.
It's made by
Right.
Compulsion Games. It's got a
Brilliant.
Bioshock aesthetic to it as well.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Post-apocalyptic-esque.
Snug as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish
Britain
up.
did something
Just have a few more pages.
in
I know
order
you're very
to
busy.
survive
Then don't take too long
after
to
the
finish.
war ended and in which Germany won. And
Aha! The power cell's empty.
Well, what will you do?
I'll get a new
let's
one.
grab a new power cell. Let's power cell and restore. And I am going to accept the document.
One could read that without a ripple in one's teacup. Well, I expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the pinata.
This is all stuff from history. You are
Wasn't
essentially
Prudence
an
supposed to be
official
coming back
actor.
today?
I'm going to accept it. I'm not
sure
going
about
to
that.
censor any of these documents. Let the truth truth be known, I don't know how long the stream is going to go on for either. This will very much depend on if my side starts buffering a lot, then I'll probably stop. But you know, it might be a 15, maybe half-hour stream, something like that. Yeah, I'm going to.
I hope I did that right.
Okay, so that's end. So we now have to go down and deal with a pinata. I can't open any of that stuff. However, I can go into.
Do you think the canister wonders what life's like outside the tube? Of course, he'd have to break the tube to get out. That would break it for everybody.
I'm just going to also enable the subtitles. So that those are on. Small outline should do fine. If I change this, which is on space for some reason.
That little shit. He wants my view.
I'm going to take his power cell, and I can't take anything else. Hold on.
Well, let's see what Miss Bean thinks of your work now, Clive.
Yep, I think we should accept that. Oh, is he just going to do that? I'm going to approve.
Fond memories.
Bicycle taxi.
That's a rather inconvenient bit of history.
You know, helping this guy up Wellington under. Oh, because of some kind of a curfew. Oh, I'm going to approve that.
I think not.
Can only do 3, it seems, so interesting. He's got a bit of a drinking habit, perhaps. Anyway, let's wander on. I can't get into that one.
To you, Prudence? You're not coming back, are you, Prue? But where did you go?
Power cell. I'm just doing everyone's work. I'm going to be nice to censor this document. But it's actually quite a good way of getting some more information about this world by looking at these redactors. These are people who are these people are trusted with the truth, ultimately. Margaret Worthing will open a bottle of flowers. Yeah, that looks acceptable. But I think it's very telling that nobody's been in here to clean this place. Well, we don't want that coming out. And move on through this world. Hopkins Jones.
No, leave me alone. I took my joy. No, leave me alone. No.
The colour stuff is very odd.
Oh, hi, Arthur.
It's almost like, well, I guess we're
We seem to be a
tripping
bit
out.
behind in our work now that you mention it.
Becoming basically suffering from withdrawal. Yeah, it's Uncle Jack, I think.
They're not good sources of the sea. And I can't say those unsatisfied things.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the sweets come out. Come on, hit it! Hit it!
I do like how, you know, she
Hit
says
it.
sweets, and
Give it
the
away.
subtitles
What are you
say
waiting for?
candy, which is obviously a very American thing. So, you know, this is the Americans' view of Britain.
You are off your joy.
So it's very sort of American.
Take one of
British.
mine. Oh my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
Oh, now we run, I guess.
Probably a bad time to ask for that raise.
Yes. Oh, I'm out of control. I mean, I have no control over this. This is me waving my hands.
Got a downer here, haven't we? Put that down! I'll fix you!
You smell gas?
Flaming Nora.
Forget it, there's no time.
Typical Bobbiness there. Well, it's Bobbiness for this time period. No, we don't have Bobbies now, of course. And cutbacks and all that. It's the police officer now. Very, very different thing. Now, the Bobby was more of so called because they're hats. No, well, not actually because they're hats. The Bobby came from Sir Robert Peel, who was the creator of the modern day police force. Before then, it was very, it was almost like I think they called them thief takers. Very much sort of regional justice. Yeah, and Robert Peel basically unified the police force, and thus the term Bobby. Yeah, there's going to be an awful lot of me talking about history in these streams. I kind of want to get back to sort of the Hearts of Iron type of stream where we're just kind of chatting about history and about the game, and less about necessarily what's going on in
If only those
the game
bastards
itself.
chased me. There were bridges, weren't there? And tunnels. I'm pretty sure I'm not in the parade anymore. I don't even think I'm still in the village.
That one's
Those
sealed.
bobbies seem to have locked me in. I suppose they were worried about the gas. Terribly thoughtful of them.
Ooh, that's excellent. Right, let's search desks. Because I know how you play these games. You search everything. And you find nothing. Ooh, hello. Let's take all.
At 10 o'clock, you and the down report will begin.
Let's turn off the radio. Bobby pin. Got a lot of bobby pins actually down here. Other kinds. Oh yeah, tie string. Nothing in the fridge. We put Underhill. No, what? I think I can go into. He's gone mad. Let's take all the duct tape. And I think that's everything in this room. No, some scotch. Yeah, that's everything in this room. Oh no, wait. I got turned around.
I'll need some odds and bobs and bits of metal to make a lockpick.
But wasn't I picking up like loads of bobby pins? Where's the... There's a skill system now, so you can go into the skill system. Here we go. Lockpicks. Oh, that takes bobby pins.
There we go.
Okay, so
3 years of the salamander and me getting into constant trouble finally pay off.
and we're into
What happened to him?
Hello.
Or rather, who?
Oh, you hold it. Search. find anything. Papers I can't read. Promises.
Are they going to hurt us?
No one's going to hurt you, Percy. I promise.
But if they hurt the city,
I don't think they'll blow anything else up.
why?
Because we surrendered, I hope.
Well, what are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other.
Oh, got more bobby pins. And some motoline. May contain corrosive substances. Don't drink. Really, it should be do not drink. An awful lot of these warning signs would be. Anyway, so I can sleep there. Pneumatic stash. So now, currently, if you get We Happy Few, you get the 15% discount on Steam, and you also get this weapon, the Jolly Brolly. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to refuse to take it. This is the fast travel
It's
system.
too bad I don't have any other hatches to go to just yet.
Hold V to hack. Well, let's hold V and let's hack it. Using my one-time use things.
Cheer up!
That's the first fight I've won since primary school. Actually, I think it's the
Well,
first fight I've been in
unconscious.
since primary school.
I'll leave him here. But there might be something useful in here, possibly. Yes. That should get me a Jimmy bar. And should. Aha! There we go. There was no animation of me pressing that button though, which sucked a bit. Where does this go? Hello. Things. A rotten carrot, another rotten carrot, and a chest. Excellent. More motoline. An awful lot of that splattered around. A decent carrot. And I can't get out of there, but I've got a good carrot at least. Coming out here, I can't search those cabinets. No, the only station is Jack, basically Uncle Jack. But other than that, I think that is everything. So let's exit the safe house. All looks nice and clear.
The bridge. I've got to get to the bridge. In the parade district, which I just got chased out of. Brilliant. Ah, the train station. If I can get to the train station, I can just follow the old rail tunnel all the way to the bridge. Be nice if there was a map, wouldn't it?
Escape
I
Wellington.
suppose back in those days we could remember where things were.
An old car there, and we have a V1 flying bomb. These were quite commonplace around London, actually. Well, around London, literally around London. I can't just jump on top of it, unfortunately. Oh, I can, sort of. Yep, let's climb on top of the bomb. So, basically, the way these things worked, you put these things in a sort of a trough, you aim it roughly at England, and you basically light this thing here. This is the engine. Very simple pulse jet engine, very early engine type, and it just made this pop, 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 pop sound all the way over to London. This thing sort of flew, very early cruise missile basically, and eventually it runs out of fuel and falls to the ground, at which point they would usually explode. Very easy to defeat. you could shoot them down quite easily. They made a certain sound. Obviously, they made that very sort of recognisable sound, so you could hear them coming. So fighters could shoot them down. Anti-aircraft could also shoot them down. Or if you were fast enough, and some or suicidal enough, and some were, you'd get your wingtip just under here, and you'd flip it over, at which point the gyroscope would go nuts and explode in midair, or it would crash into the ground and then explode. These things would also had a habit of just exploding on when they started the things up. They weren't very reliable, and yeah, it was sort of more of a psychological weapon more than anything. Shame they never actually really landed on London. Well, I say shame. They didn't really do what they were intended to do. An awful lot of them didn't actually reach London, but that's because the Germans were being told that they were putting enough fuel in them when actually they weren't, and they were falling short. Anyway, let's move on through this. Yeah, we kind of get our sort of first indications that something's not.
I think this might be the one Sally and me tried to blow up. I always wondered what happened to the letters. There was an awful lot of smoke.
It's a British postbox there. Looking a little cylindrical, a little thin, but I mean there was war on, so yeah. Anyway, yes, your cheerfulness will bring us victory indeed. Ooh, a thing. Let's go to the thing. Ooh, a shovel. And what else do we have? Sneak in here. Use ladder. I don't like the idea that you have to hold to use things. It's very reminiscent of No Man's Sky, which is a bit of a shame. Anyway, there's a dig spot.
Well, I hope this doesn't give me food poisoning.
Alright, we can just sit down and read the newspaper. Right. Oh god, it's fallen down the ladder. Anyway, let's go out here. So the idea is that we are sneaking back into Wellington Wells, and the way we do that is just by blending in. It's actually very inconsistent with how it uses E. Sometimes it's just literally press, sometimes you have to hold it, which is a bit strange, I guess. However, there is a dig site. Can I use my map? Oh, there's a dig site just behind me. I can set a custom waypoint, and it should be in here. Oh, here. Here. Now, here we go. Yeah, and we've got a tap E now. Again, it's very inconsistent as to... Hello, from is it flimsy cricket bat? That'd be a nice little weapon. Let's use that as our weapon. And oh yes, and this is something called a phone box. Hello.
This is for the benefit of Mr. Kite. The rabbit got into the garden.
Apparently the rabbit has got into the garden. Let's make the... Oh, I need 3...
The rabbit got into the garden.
Sounds like some sort of secret message.
So the rabbit is in the garden. Excellent. That is indeed a car. Only the back half. Oh, hello. Open the trunk. Locked. Can I unlock it? Okay, there's nothing in the trunk. I feel like I need to put something in the trunk, but anyway. That one I can't open, I would assume.
I am coming for you, Percy. I haven't got it all figured out, but I will find you.
Quite a lot of fertile land. You wonder why they don't turn this into a farm, especially if there's a food shortage. After all, a lot of people would have had farms. And they did have farms. Empty pill bottle. I'll take an empty pill bottle. Robbing alcohol. Good. Charcoal.
A crib. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. When was the last time there was a baby in Wellington, Wales?
Bobby pin. Model plane. Let's just stop that record.
What's on those beds? Oh, God. I'm not the only one remembering the children, am I? Makes sense. They're all off their joy out here.
I don't think there's anything else in here. Of course, hold on, let me just refresh my stream, make sure that everything is reasonably happy. Jump down. Ooh, hello. There's a trunk over there. How do I get in there? Big pin there. There we go. And search that chest. Oh, nice. Disposable safe cracker, big spot. Let's go to that dig spot. Where is that dig spot? So we've got to go over there. There's some water over there. We've got to look after our health. Not our health. That's well, our health as well, but you know, all of our stuff. So.
I hope Mrs. Hudson feeds Sparky and doesn't eat him. A water pump. Nice. There's a few more in the garden district, aren't there? I ought to fill up a canteen or two, shouldn't I?
So essentially, the more you run, I don't have a canteen, so I can't deal with that. However, let's take this feather and move on, I guess. More trunks with nothing inside. Oh, that's a window. Oh, no, I can sneak in like that.
Oh, God.
Food.
That smells awful in there.
Remember what we did. I can now make myself a Jimmy bar. I think, yep. So I can always go back to that. Make myself like bobby pins. Probably quite a useful thing just to have. Yep.
Well, that's terribly romantic, isn't it? They had each other until the end.
Oh, and there's a Jimmy bar in there. Canteen, nice.
Oh, that's a bit risky. Look what happened to Goldilocks.
Oh, and there's more quite useful. There's an awful lot of useful stuff in here. These, they remembered what they did. After all, there was a war on. Which, yeah. It's, unfortunately, they did what they needed to do to survive. Oh, I didn't see him.
I know. Trust me. I know.
Another canteen. I've got 2 canteens now.
This ought to be pretty clean. Unlike in the village where they spike it with joy.
Sort of a reason to come back to these places because the outside areas don't have joy spiked water. And so you can come to these areas to, well, to drink basically, safely. Now, where was it? I'm just gonna steal some money, I hope. There we go. force the box. Now we can serve. So we've got 20 sovereigns, which is old currency before decimalisation, and yeah, on we go. So I've been watching Decoherent's playthrough of this, and one of the things he said was, "Ooh, an airship. No, it's a blimp. No, actually, that is a barrage balloon. No, it's actually in quite good nick, all in all. It's part of Britain's air defences in the war. Obviously, you had your air anti-air cannons, and you also had these things, barrage balloons. Pretty much designed."
Nice suit.
Hello.
Thank you. My uncle bought it for me last Christmas.
Anxious to get back home to the village?
Well, I live in the parade.
You won't get past that door. Not without one of them disposable electrical cars that all the bobbies have. And a power cell.
Know where I could mug a bobby?
You're a brave one, aren't you? No. I'll trade you one.
Don't you want to go back home?
Home to all those bastards who chased me out of my house. When they all catch the plague and die, then I'll go back. There's something I want a whole lot more. Those bastards in that camp over there, with the helmets and the proper weapons. They took something from me. You get them back for me. I'll give you my card.
Sounds quite dangerous, isn't it?
Of course it's bloody dangerous. That's why I'm paying you. Come and find me in that sort of hamlet over there. We'll trade.
All right. Well, what are they?
My medals. From the war. I won the DSO at Dunkirk and the Victoria Cross at Ramsgate. Those bastards. They thought it was funny that I still had them. Fucking funny they thought it was. No, I'll need a power cell to fire this thing up. Hooligans stole most of those too.
Right. Well, I'll see what I can do.
Now, I'm not completely certain
Well,
what
off
the
I go to a
DSO
camp
is.
of robbers. Maybe I can defeat them with my rapier-sharp wit.
Right, okay, so that's how we power it up. Let's pick this lock. Yeah, I'm not certain what the DSO is off the top of my head, but the Victoria Cross is something that was awarded to people who showed incredible bravery in. It was incredible bravery, but it was also that you had to have turned the tide of the battle in some way. As a result, today especially, it is extremely difficult to obtain one of these medals. Right, okay, fantastic. Okay, so we're heading over that way. Okay. Yeah, so the story of Ian Kane, who was a paratrooper, and you will have heard of the Bridge Too Far. I would assume people watching this.
Heavens alive! It's a bloody fortress.
Yeah,
They
do
look
not
pretty well
open.
buttoned up.
Let's open that.
I suppose I can wait here till they throw a party for the whole neighbourhood. Or find a cleverer way in.
No, I was just going to walk in. Big boy fight to the death. Yeah, so Ian Kane, who landed amongst a bit of a bodged operation initially, and so he was basically trying to recover all of his men, get them all in place, and yeah, I'll take all that as well. And a broom. I can't take a broom, unfortunately. Yeah, so a bunch of German soldiers came out at them, and he pulled out his submachine gun and killed 5 of them. And even then, he hadn't done enough to win a Victoria Cross. He actually, the way that he won his Victoria Cross is basically by holding the line, being an inspiration for the troops. He started by.
Sally would have loved this.
Let me just use
We could never get in here.
I mean, I don't need to use this. I'm really down low on health. Anyway, yeah, he started off by using a Piat to destroy tanks, and then later on, when it became infantry, he picked up a 3-inch mortar and was using that like a rifle, which surprisingly is not the sort of thing that you want to be doing. Yeah, so that's sort of the level of bravery that you require in order to win a Victoria Cross.
I guess I have to take that elevator. No one notices.
It's all sort of abandoned spaces. I like abandoned spaces. I press the up button, so I would assume I would just go down. Hello.
Lovely day, Fred.
A lovely day it is. Not many people get this far. It's sort of a test. Someone who gets this far usually puts up a decent fight in the arena.
I don't suppose there's some way I could be more useful to you alive.
I don't know. Can you juggle?
Well, I can write a lovely poem. I won a prize in school.
Nah. We've already got a bard. First, put your things in that box. We'll leave you there to starve.
What box? Oh, this box.
Gird thy loins for the moment of truth, for it is upon you.
The thing is, I took all those power cells and all that stuff out of the site before I got
This is the best circus we've had in weeks. Our newest gladiator comes direct to you from City Hall, according to his wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome Woolley, Arthur, King of the Parade! Let's see if he can keep blood off that lovely suit, especially his.
I'd like poking around in dark corners.
Here's our two-time winner, Johnny Defoe!
Looks almost bunker-like.
Bloody hell! Arthur Hastings? I'm sorry? I don't think I know you. Of course you know me. You got me sacked from the Oak Current. I don't remember that. I don't work there anymore. You thought one of my articles was insufficiently original? Danny Defoe? You've lost a bit of weight. To be fair, you did copy my piece line by line. Who gives a shit, Hastings? A newspaper's supposed to make you feel good. Nobody remembers what they read. I don't want to fight you. The feeling is muted. There's only enough food for the winners, see?
Now, lads, choose your weapons. One is quite lethal. The other will just give the other chap some bad dreams. Up to you.
Pointy stick?
That
Or
padded one doesn't
padded
look
one?
nearly as effective. How badly do I not want to kill good old Danny?
Not in real life. I'm going to take the pointed stick.
And Danny's picked the lethal one. That's cheery.
Hey, some guy, I've got great odds on you. Don't fuck it up. He's gonna come on strong with that lead pipe. You're gonna want to block that.
Yep, we all know how to block. Yep, I say that.
Sleep! 3! Fire!
Twice shoving him and keep his guard.
The Guardians!
And it looks like Defoe is down for the count.
Do we really have to do this?
4, 3, 2, out, shall we, eh? How about we let the birds have a chance? If you lost your bet on Defoe,
Downside,
now's your
I don't
chance
have
to
a
have
huge
a
amount
double
of health.
or quits.
Oh, yeah. Take it real easy on us. We will help the scouts. What an apple! It comes to the end of our time. We come to the end of our time.
Head on! King of the Rain is victorious. Arthur, you are free to go. It's been a real pleasure having you over. Catch you later.
Yeah, take whatever later. Oh, this one. Excellent. So we are now free to leave. Apparently. How much do we believe them? Especially as we're going to...
Let's all wish him well on his journey.
I've got a sinking feeling.
Yep.
Oh God, this on. Oh God.
Oh no. I don't want to... I wanted to search. I suspect they've not got anything on them. However, I did see some metal bits. Where did I see those? Oh, there's Jimmy bar, some metal bits, some more metal bits. They're all under steel, but I mean, I think I can take them, considering. Okay, so where do we go? I guess we go up here.
There's some sort of vent. I wonder if I can pry it loose. I'd need a Jimmy bar.
Oh look, I just happen to have a Jimmy bar on me.
I suppose now that no one is actively trying to kill me, I ought to be on the lookout for a Motoline dispenser. That chap at the bridge said I'd need a...
Okay, so he says get the sweet dreams. Okay.
I suppose now that no one is... I better figure out how to get rid of him real quiet
Oh,
like.
bloody hell,
Definitely don't want a crowd.
Good night! Plywood and paper mache! Plywood and paper mache! Sure!
Never mind, just take him down.
Just lie down!
Take that. Let's also use a first aid kit to give you an idea. Get my health back. Excellent. Search medical cabinet. Very good. Let's just drop him there. There you go. Oh, this. Oh, right. So this is a sneak log, basically. So I can see his footprints and where he is standing. However, I do kind of want to knock him out. Oh, for goodness
What
sake.
the hell?
Oh, is that just an insta? We're going to take you back to this point. Okay, fine.
This won't take a minute.
That's what I should have done with the first guy.
Locked. Ah! But I remember how to make a lockpick.
Good. Are you going to... There's a fair amount of sort of quality of life stuff that they've done. War rations as well, totally. So let's take all these glass bottles. Right, so they've got torches on. So we've got to find a...
Your baby!
Yeah, I try to be,
What have we come
stuff,
to?
but it doesn't always go quite to plan. However, I can't pull that down, unfortunately. Ooh, there's motoring everywhere. Expensive.
There we go. Motoline. Pure resublimated dimotoline. The fuel of the future, now.
What's up there? That's just motoline I'm spraying out. Motoline's quite toxic, so I don't know a huge amount about this, but I have watched a playthrough a little while ago, actually. Oh, we've got it. Turn around.
It's nothing personal.
He had a terrible accident. This guy, he fell in the motoring. So I should really search him first. Now where do I need to go? Up here?
I guess I can go to that hamlet and give that chap his medals, and he'll give me the card I need to cross the bridge.
Duct tape. What's that? Glass bottle. Okay, that's fine. Anything else? Might be useful? No. Right. Now we should just be able to leave. How do we get out of here? Oh, through this door? Through this door. Aha.
I think that's everything I had when they jumped me.
Oh, it's a battery bunker. A shore battery. So we're next to the sea.
If I crouch, I bet I can disappear into those bushes.
In the bushes with yellow flowers. Okay. So we are officially concealed as long as we are in the bushes with the yellow flowers. If we're in the bushes with the red flowers, they can see us. Fine. Yes. Let's try not to kill anyone this time.
It's better this way.
There they are! Get them! Wolf! Wolf! It's time! Sleep! Dream!
Thankfully, the melee is a
Now
little
we
bit
see
more
the violence
responsive
inherent
than
in the
anything else.
system.
And we are out, hopefully. Excellent. So now we can go back to David Livingston.
Jesus. Oh my God. I did think I used to run 100 metres.
I swear David Livingston was an ex-mayor of London. Not completely certain about that. Definitely a Livingston. Oh, hello. A lot of people seem to just die out here, which is a bit... Oh, I know there is a food shortage. Hello.
It occurs to me that the locals may not be all that welcoming. Oh dear, let's try not to get killed. Hello? Anyone out there?
Are you a tourist? You're dressed like one.
Shit.
Slumming it, are we? Must be nice to have a closet.
Over here! Over here! You want to get thrashed?
All cutscene.
Come
Yeah.
in! Come in! God, you're new here, aren't you? From the parade?
Yes. Well, how could you tell?
Yeah. I'll tell you how to survive your next 5 minutes, and in return you'll give me your socks.
Well, that's outrageous.
Your funeral.
Why are they so angry?
Because that suit you're wearing reminds them of all the jolly, proper, decent wellies who drove them out of their homes in the village. And now we're all cold and tired and starving to death. You better get a nice sharp rock and rip that to shreds.
My uncle gave this to me for Christmas.
Or they'll rip you to shreds.
Shit. I hadn't thought there would be so many.
Yeah, it's like the latest groovy nightclub, isn't it? People get a bad batch of joy, and it like flips a switch, and they can't take joy anymore. So they get chased out of the village. Been a lot of bad batches lately.
So what happens if I rip up my suit? They invite me over for tea and biscuits.
Then they really won't give a damn what you do, so long as you don't take things that don't belong to you. Or go up and punch someone in the nose. Now you can survive the next 5 minutes. Cheerio!
Right, let's tear up this suit. And I'll also just make myself some jimmy bars and lockpicks. Let's make a torn suit.
I don't think my suit is decent anymore. I could wear it around the garden district, but proper folk will have me pegged for a waste straw.
Ooh, hello, a workbench. Oh, that's to upgrade your weapons. Make sure I've got plenty of dirty bandages. It's not marked as steel, so yeah. Oh, so there's a thing up here which I should really grab. Lies.
I lied for you today at 4:15.
Seen that one. Hello. I should read all the books that I find in Wellington Wells, should I? So, the Tosser book. Do I have to read them, or do they just sort of exist, or...? I think they just exist. I don't know. Oh, here we go, books. Oh, right, it just sort of exists. So, increased damage done by thrown weapons. That's David Livingston.
I got your medals.
Thank you. You don't know what these mean to me. To know that some of us fought. To know that I fought. Probably too young to remember. We stood tall in those days. In 42, we threw them back into sea. Then they came back in 43. It weren't the same.
I hate to be a bother, but the card to get across the bridge?
Right. Oh, of course, yeah, sorry. Forgive an old man his memories. Well, good luck.
I've got this key card, and I can power up the gate with the power cell. I guess I'm ready to cross the bridge.
I suppose he's just another rotten downer like us.
Welcome to the bloody garden district.
Now, I suspect that what happened in the past is that the Germans did invade from the sea, which would have succeeded, unfortunately. Which they would have done had they not been scared to it. Well, the problem is, history doesn't say why the Germans didn't actually invade over the Channel Tunnel. They instead attempted to invade. It was all very, very strange why they never tried to invade the UK over the water. Because had they done that, they probably would have succeeded, but they didn't for some reason. We don't know why. And as a result, none of this occurred. Britain was still in the vending machine. Ooh, this is where I can buy useful things like jerky. With all that money that I stole. That's a street drug. Can I buy joy from here? I'll have a duck. But yeah, I suspect that in this world, the Germans invaded over the sea and succeeded.
Bloody hell! I've forgotten about the revolvers. If I go through without taking my joy, I'm going to get spanked. I better run like hell when it lets me out. Oh dear.
No. That was fortunate.
One bridge down, and I'm off to the train station.
I don't know where the train station is, but Yeah, we'll do that. Ooh, hello. Something's going on. He's probably right off his joy right now.
This is where we hang them, isn't it? They broke into the police station, tried to burn the register so the Germans wouldn't know which kids to take. We didn't want the Germans to be angry, did we? We were so scared, or maybe just so tired, so we hanged them to encourage the others. I wonder if we'd made the Germans take the kids by force instead of bringing them down to the station singing London Bridge, if things would be different now. Oh. I hope that's the worst thing I remember. Says the chap heading to the train station. Oh, what lovely memories are waiting for me there. At least I can get on the train tracks there and get the hell out of town. No, I just need to find the train station. I want to be able to see it from a distance.
Oh, right, so that status screen... Oh, right. Increase suspicion by everyone. Yeah, that'll be fine. Ooh. No, do all. But, so on a... Oh, that just takes all items. Okay, fine. That's cut out completely. I want internet still. Oh, it's back again. Right, it's back again for me to do my outro. I may return to this on stream. I'll probably keep playing from now on and kind of see where we end up. But for now, I will say thank you very much for watching. The stream's been patchy, but I think it's stable enough to keep streaming. But anyway. With that, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.